Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank. What's next for you? Visit cnext.bank for more. I forgot to go there today. It's cookie day. Chocolate chip cookies on Friday. Meant to run the errand. Got sidetracked. Obviously, like I said, the little one's been under the weather today. She's hanging in there. She's good. She's just obviously not feeling her best, and so appreciate all the well wishes, and thanks for letting me skip the midday stream today. Got in at like 11:30 after she got down for the nap, and she was pretty feisty, and so got her crashed out. And then I looked up and I was like, I had already looked through the data, but I had not built the forecast, and I wasn't going to rush it, so I was like, we'll take a couple more hours and get it taken care of. Forecast is refreshed in the app, so you can check it out there. You can also see the hour by hour at the bottom of your screen, kind of sets you up for the rest of the evening. Visible satellite as we start to lose daylight on this Friday. The afternoon cumulus clouds popped up on schedule by around lunchtime, already starting to thin out, paving the way to mostly clear to clear skies as we head through the night. Your radar products is always made possible by Brown's Roofing. I noticed those guys had a pickleball tournament today, and they didn't invite me. I could have gone anyway, but an invite would have been nice. So, Jimmy, guys, next time you have a pickleball tournament, let me in on it. Again, nothing on the radar, although the clouds across southern Louisiana today, I was wondering if maybe we were going to scour out a brief shower. That has not been the case. If you are traveling out and about across the region, temperatures are generally in the 70s. Some spots are in the low 80s as you move farther westward. I would expect similar results essentially through the rest of the weekend. In fact, maybe even trending a degree or two warmer each day. Most of us are in the mid to upper 70s as we head toward the bottom of the 4 o'clock hour. Again, on our way to overnight lows, probably back in the upper end of the 50s. Wind speeds, again, have been a bit breezy at times out of the south through the course of the day. Generally right around 10 miles an hour. I wouldn't be surprised. Futurecast shows the potential for those winds to pick up again through the daytime hours tomorrow. Nothing egregious, 10, 15 miles an hour, maybe some slightly higher gusts, but no real big headaches as we go through the daytime hours tomorrow. It'll be warm and obviously a smidge breezy at times. As we go into the daytime hours on Sunday, the winds perhaps a little bit more relaxed. Water vapor imagery, and this is kind of where it's all at as we set the stage for next week's rain chances. Big ridge of high pressure still planted across the Rio Grande Valley and through much of the southern and central United States. That's what's providing the hump in the jet stream, keeping us dry and very, very warm. Check of the Futurecast, again, made possible by Bayou Power Sports, I-20 Frontage Road in Monroe. Again, this is based off the GFS model, which has not necessarily been the most reliable. In fact, it's had a rough fall so far. But it, again, generally shows the overall pattern thought process as this big hump in the jet stream starts to flatten out by Sunday. Pretty stout as we go through the daytime hours on Saturday, but still weakening as we go into the day on Sunday. It allows for a few disturbances to move through and for the upper level pattern to really shift. And if you were following us earlier this week, I was talking about how a lot of the subtropical moisture was getting ramped up and getting kind of caught up in the higher elevations just because of how the orientation of the jet stream. And then once it was moving into our area, it's much drier air and, again, doesn't foster a lot of deep layered moisture and potential for rainfall. As we go into the middle to end parts of next week, that subtropical moisture bypasses the higher elevations, sets up into the into the Red River Valley, eventually starts to translate even farther eastward as we go through the daytime hours on Thursday and perhaps into Friday. Now, the timing of this system is still absolutely terrible. The European model still generally on that Thursday night to Friday morning time frame. The GFS running a little bit late. It was running much later earlier today. It was running late Friday, Saturday. Now it's kind of fallen back in that early Friday morning time frame. Again, I don't want to get into the semantics of all of it because this is going to change so much between now and then. I'm not even going to bother with a full write-up of it this evening simply because it's going to change and we can really leave this trend. If I were to update you every 12 hours on this, I would say the exact same thing probably until about Monday or Tuesday of next week. So I really think there's no harm in kind of leaving this scenario as it sits for the weekend. Obviously, if there's any drastic, significant changes, I'll let you know about it. But we can tackle this on Monday. It'll be fine. And again, if anything drastic happens between now and then, severe weather outlooks, advance notice types of things, I would let you know about that. But again, I don't really expect those to be happening this weekend. Sheila, good afternoon to you as well. Beyond that storm system Thursday, Friday, there's another one behind it. Again, this sucker right here, moving through the California coastline and the Pacific coastline. That's going to eventually swing through our area, I would think, end of the weekend, early next week, but it really just depends on the pattern. There's no guarantees that thing's even going to get into our area, but it's looking more and more likely that we're going to see probably 1, 2, maybe 3 different storm systems in about a week to 10-day time frame that starts next Thursday, Friday, and then carries us all the way perhaps into Thanksgiving and beyond. Precip outlook over the next 6 to 10 days still showing a high confidence of dealing with some rainfall. In fact, the forecast, the official rainfall forecast, what in the heck happened to this graphic? I have no idea. Maybe the other one looks different. Oh, no. I swear it was there earlier. Well, that's not good. Let me see if I can pull it back up. Yep, I'm going to go full screen. You got to stare at my face as I stare at a computer. I'm telling you, it was there just a few minutes ago. They may be updating these forecasts, and sometimes the graphics do this. All right, well, they're not there. Again, earlier it was showing generally 1 to 2.5 inch rain totals across the area over the next 7 days, with most of that focused, obviously, late next week. It's not that important. Again, it's going to change so much between now and then. Still want to know what happened to it. That was weird. Anyway, overnight lows tonight near 60. The occasional cloud cover continues. Some patchy fog, river valley fog can't be ruled out. May, good evening to you. I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed the boots on the little one. That was from yesterday. She loved them boots, clicking, clacking around in those. It was hilarious. Yes, Jan, any rain is welcome at this point, and we got some on the way. This weekend, it's kind of a carbon copy of today. Upper 70s to low 80s, winds occasionally breezy at times, especially tomorrow afternoon. Could be breezy again through the day on Sunday. We'll keep an eye on that. The cloud cover kind of dotting the forecast occasionally through the weekend as well. Check out the 7-day, made possible by 3B Hardware, and you can kind of see where the rain chances are sitting as we go into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I was just kind of double-checking to make sure I had those rain chances where I wanted them, and that's correct. 30% Wednesday, 50% Friday, 30% Wednesday, 30% Thursday, 50% Friday, 30%. Those rain chances do vary depending on location. So again, get your location-specific forecast on the app and at digitalweatherdesk.com. In fact, rain chances for southern Arkansas and portions of western Louisiana probably a smidge higher on Wednesday. Louisiana, from much of the Mississippi Valley, Natchez, Vicksburg, and a lot of those areas, those rain chances are lower for Wednesday. So again, check that out there. I'm going to go back to this graphic one time, see if it updated. Man, I don't know what's wrong with it. I got to go fix it. Well, I say that. Go fix it. Can't fix what you don't know what's wrong with it. But I'm pretty sure that that's just a graphics snafu. We'll get it squared away. Like I said, I'll bring those to you on Monday. Fish and game forecast comes out at 8 p.m. tonight. If you're headed out to our high school games tonight, should be beautiful. Enjoy the games. If you're headed out to the college games tomorrow, should be beautiful. Enjoy the games. Like I said, if anything crazy happens in terms of severe weather outlooks or just kind of advance notice things that I think you need to know this weekend, I'll keep an eye on the forecast. I'll let you know about it. Weather kind of never sleeps, so we're always paying attention. So I'll keep you updated on all that. Aside from that, like I said, thanks so much for letting me take a break from the midday. We're going to get this little pipsqueak healthy, and everything will be hunky-dory. I'll check back in with you live Monday morning, and of course the forecast is always available at digitalweatherdesk.com and on the Digital Weather Desk app available for Apple and Android users. Have a great weekend. Like I said, if anything crazy happens, I'll let you know. Thanks so much for stopping by the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank. As always, I'm glad you're here. Like I said, have a great weekend.